found. What's that feeling? I'm the realest, gon' show up to the ceremony. I just bought a Bentley, just to me and Benji are related, like relatives. Active.
I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it up. How we live? They don't love her, they just love it. How we live? 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 Say they don't love her, they just love it. How we live? 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 Don't love her, they just love it. How we live?
They say in due time, but my watch broke. I know. It's a cold world, but we got coats. We grinding to make it. These diamonds are flagrant. I'm signed to the pavement. I'm crossing them over. I'm backing them down. Standing tall like a soldier. These players can't hold us. It's the winner's race. Eating with Ken and Ace at a table, no dinner plates. We the best, get it straight. What's the problem, baby? Raised out of Harlem, baby. What's driving my mama crazy? They ain't trying to give it, so I gotta go get it. Harder than ever to
I
live.
get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live? How we live? How we live? How we live? They don't love her, they just love it. How we live? 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 Say they don't love her, they just love it. How we live? 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 They don't love her, they just love her. How we live? Have faith a minute, put your trust in nobody. Yeah. I said have faith a minute, but put your trust in nobody. I done been around, halfway around the globe, probably still ain't met nobody that seem picture perfect. We all buy lies, depends on the purchase. You can't walk a mile in my shoes, cause I'm steady running like water can't break. Let's to the riches, wouldn't change it for the turnpike. I get it 365, 12 months, 24/7. Gotta get it, I need it steady. No one give it all I give. They don't love us, they just love it. How we live? How we live? How we live? How we live? They don't love her, they just love it. How we live? How we live? How we live? How we live? How we live?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, this is Ernie Johnson. Happy Easter to all of you. A warm welcome to 2K Sports. Happy Easter, Jeff.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Happy
Bunny
Easter,
ears,
Shaq.
Bunny ears to all my fans out there.
Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list.
We are in the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon, home to the Trail Blazers, where we'll be broadcasting today's action live. Peter Cottontail has nothing on the jump you'll see here in the NBA. Welcome to our Easter edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. A look at Chicago. They're still alive in the playoff hunt, just 2 games out of the final seed.
They've been playing a lot of basketball lately, Kevin. This is their 3rd game in 4 days. The league didn't make it easy for them when they set up the schedule like this.
Yeah, but every team deals with this. They might need to lean on their bench a bit more, but they can't make any excuses.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Butler teamed with Dunleavy on the perimeter, and it's Rose in at the point. Kicks to Gasol. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
On defense, Chicago. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated. or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, an understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Knocks it loose. Passes it to McCollum. Launches a three. Chicago grabs the miss. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Hey, there's no doubt about it. Lillard is a flat-out laser.
Here's Rose. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Dunleavy kicks to Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rose with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Butler dishes to Dunleavy. Rose can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
The three from McCollum. A rebound by Gasol.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
And that one's good.
Talk about confidence to pull up from out there. And what skill to knock it down. That's major league there, folks.
Yeah, no doubt about his toes on that one. He was way back.
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against Philadelphia.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Now here's Rose. He just could not put it together in that loss to Orlando. Here's Lillard. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player. Has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Ed Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. Allen Crabbe comes in for Maurice Harkless. Butler on the way. Back to Gibson. And there's Rose on the assist from Gibson. 6 points for Derrick Rose.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Rose, following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside Rose. Dishes to Gibson. Three-pointer, Butler. Lillard with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 3. Pass to McCollum. Lillard outside. Plenty of space. The second effort. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And the wide open shot from Rose. They grab their own miss. Dunleavy kicks to Butler. He nails it, and we're tied up. Butler's got 5 points so far.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
The Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Portland making a change here. Henderson's checked in. McDermott's checked in for Chicago. Tony Snell comes in for Jimmy Butler. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Rose passes to Gasol. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball, and he gets it to go. Henderson's got his first bucket in this one. 36 seconds left in the first. Here's Snell. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
McCollum, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
A look from Rose. Money from the wing. Rose has got 8 points.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
1 second left. And it's, wow, he nails the buzzer. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision, too. And I want to make it great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those are the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Davis is out there with Vonleh. And it's Henderson in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's our 2K leaderboard with the list of the teams that have been on fire from beyond the arc over the past month. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
And right now, their three-point shooters are in terrific rhythm. I mean, they've put on a display here from long range.
Alan Crabb, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Butler, he's checked in for Chicago.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light is officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he's drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
The shot is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. They host the Kings after this game, and that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Crabb dishes to Henderson. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Holiday. We're going back to Ed Davis. His rebounds and field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside. And, Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
Here is Lillard after Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Mirotic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls. Lillard attacking, and he goes in for the dunk.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Yeah, that differential jumps off the page to me, and whether it's more disciplined defense or more aggressive offense, they've got to look to flip that script tonight.
Douglas is checked in for the Trailblazers. Then for the Bulls, Pau Gasol's checked in for Portis. Doug McDermott comes in for Justin Holiday. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Now here's Rose. 8 points for him. The shot by Butler, noting and looking for more.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Mirotic gets the bucket. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
And the basket by Lillard.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Harkless with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. But they get it back to the right side. Lillard attacking, rejected by Gasol. To the inside, McDermott, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
And for Noah Vonleh, last season came in as a heralded freshman out of Indiana. Some people thought he might crack the top 5 in the draft, but after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
A different look now for Portland. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Davis. Aminu comes in for Vonleh. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Allen Crabbe. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Gibson's checked in. 1:57 left to play in the first half. On the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history, and Clark, he called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time, so look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Lillard against Rose. There's the three. The shot misses. And it's Chicago the other way.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Nice shot by McDermott.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
And Lillard kicks to Plumlee. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. Nobody near Lillard. Portland no good that time either.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Offensive rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
One thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott, and it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
The shot by Harkless, no good. Dunleavy. The shot will not go. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls lead by 3. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Derek. And Derek, what are the most important things you've done defensively tonight to help your offensive approach?
Contesting their shots. They're a great three-point shooting team. We're just contesting them, getting out and run. That's our favorite thing to do. Get out, run. We got big second runs, shooters on the floor, so open the court up a little bit.
Derek, always explosive in transition. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, they're paying attention to the boards, and that's a good thing. When you're trying to get ahead and stay ahead, it often comes down to a few key possessions. Any extra rebounds you can get is a big difference. I like their intensity out there.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Third quarter starting here now.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 19 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. Gasol kicks to Rose. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They get it back.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is... that Pau has always been considered... Great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. It's blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard, the pass to Aminu, trying his luck deep, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Chicago timeout call. All right, I want everyone to give it up for y'all.
Chicago calls timeout.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. And McDermott subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. The Bulls have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Butler, here we go, and he gets it to go. Butler's got 12.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And with that, the Chicago lead is cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Damian Lillard.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
There's Rose with the 3, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in this game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard attacking. Harkless kicks to Plumlee. And Gasol sends it back. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's McDermott. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. 11 points for Doug McDermott.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Lillard dishes to Harkless. A 3 from McCollum. They get it back. Here's Aminu, and he banks in the layup. Aminu's got 5 now.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Rose gets to Gasol, and he dunks it.
He made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run-up.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Here's Butler, and that one's good. Butler's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Bulls.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
McCollum, no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Go. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Lillard attacking and then jammed down as he goes right over Paul Gasol.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. But they'll get another chance. Mirotic's shot is off. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
It's tipped. Here's Gasol. Good. Gasol's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Here's Aminu, and there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Henderson comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Alan Crabb in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Bulls, Portis comes in for McDermott, and Brooks subbed in for Rose. It's stolen by Davis.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
And it's Butler missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
The feed now to McCollum. Shot and game clock separated by 5.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Here's Butler. The layup missed. Now here's Harkless. Brooks covering. Henderson, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. 1 second left. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those little things, Clark, has been rebounding. They've come out and taken complete control of that glass. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Aminu with the bucket.
What a tough shot. Those runners are not easy.
The Bulls leading by 9. The pass to Portis. Lillard against Brooks. The shot no good. Good work.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. Rose is checked in for Brooks. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Offensive rebound. Harkless with the steal. Now here's Aminu, guarded by Holiday. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And he gets it to go. Now a timeout called by Portland. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Terry Stotts gave to his team during that last break. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
Bulls making a switch here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Portis. Iritic comes in for Taj Gibson. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Butler in for Justin Holiday.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injury. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
And, you know, back to D. Rose, he grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity. Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Here's Harkless, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Stolen by McCollum. Jumps up, and Butler sends it back. All by himself. Mirotic's shot is off.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Aminu. 16 points, and he was able to come up with one steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the
They can't guard it up. Spread the floor. Top. Spacing, fellas.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Butler passes to Gasol. Down low. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's the break. Here's McCollum. Here's Harkless. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic.
Portland ball.
Here's Lillard. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Mirotic kicks to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Back to Mirotic. Rose dishes to McDermott. And again, no good by Chicago. And Portland with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Three-pointer. Plumlee with the screen. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
And the basket by Lillard.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. This guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
There's Rose with the three, and good on the basket. Book it. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Three-pointer Lillard, and the Trailblazers another three.
Looks to me like they hit the refresh button here in the second half after shooting less than 40% from the field before the break.
But the defense allowed them to stay in it, and now with the offense looking rejuvenated, they've got to be feeling confident.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Chicago making some changes. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mirotic, and Dunleavy's subbed in for McDermott. From deep, Rose with another miss. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Tries it from 19. Offensive rebound. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. Substitution for the Blazers.
The dish to Davis. He feeds it to Aminu.
Gerald Henderson. Brian Roberts. Bulls foul. Taj Gibson.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Al-Farouq Aminu.
And he is unable to get the second one.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
And that one's good. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That will get him his fourth foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for two.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Fires top of the key. Rose, that's good. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line,
he drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Another one falls for Chicago.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Roberts. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Bulls ball. Timeout for the Bulls.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
You've got time.
You can talk all you want.
Don't have to isolate immediately.
Scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
And here's Rose outside, and the miss. And so it's Portland winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play out of control. He's got a poise that not very many guys have, point guard or otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.